Okay, this is the second video we have on how to make your wall section for your shed project for CEA. And when we left off, we had kind of created our roof trusses up here. We threw in our bottom and top plate, and we left off with our anchor bolt. Now what we're going to do is start labeling what everything is on our section view. To do that, we're going to go to the Annotate tab, and we're going to come here to the Text tool. And we have to make sure that the one with the curved leader is selected right here. And then all we're going to do is come over and change our font to 330 seconds, I believe. Let's see how big that is. And we're going to just start pointing, starting off at each item and coming up slightly above the first floor and labeling what everything is. And to do that, you can look at your handout that I have in front of you for all the labels, but this is the 4-inch. And remember, we always do in all caps, reinforced. Oh, geez. Concrete, and you just click the screen off, and there's your label. Now, I'll label a couple with you, and you can label the rest on your own. But when we label our next item, our anchor bolt here, watch how I come off. You got to make sure you line them up. See how I get this line right here? All your arrow ends must line up. That is a grading criteria on your rubric. And see how it also snaps in a line above it? It's going to space it out for you. And I just click. And now I could do 1/2 inch anchor bolt. Click the screen. Alright. And we just keep on going. Oh, we say 2x4 sole plate. Alright, you're just going to go and label all the layers. I'm not going to sit here and label them all for you. You could refer to your sheet, but that's how you're going to label them. The big thing, though, is they have to line up on the left-hand side, and they have to line up with their spacing. Now, when I come up to the top, I start labeling the things up here, like my double top plate and my fascia board. Watch how I do this. Alright, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to click on my double top plate. I have to be able to see that one from down there so that I could get that line up so it's nice and clean. All my arrows line up, and I click, and I could type in whatever it is. Alright, and then like I said, you could finish up labeling all this stuff up at the top, and there's more things along the side here to label. But I'd like you to refer to your sheet. The last thing I need to do, let's hit escape, is we need to get the slope of the roof labeled. So let's go to spot slope. You want to make sure here it's set to triangle. If it's set to arrow, it's going to look like this, which we don't want. We want to change it to triangle. Alright, we're clicking our roof. And you double click it because you got to click the roof that you want to attach it to and the side. And of course the arrow will toggle that back and forth. Now, I don't like this one because I like to have it over 12 inches. So let's click on it, edit type. Okay. And let's go down and find where we have our 12 inches, and it's right here. We'll change it to over 12. Okay, that looks better. And then if we zoom out, if it's a little too big, I can always click on it, shrink it down, okay? And so that's how we would label our roof slope. When you're ready to print this, alright, imagine mine is completely labeled with everything that you have on your sheet, and it's all spaced appropriately lined up. I would come down here to that sheet that I created yesterday. I'm going to take my section view. I'm going to drag and drop it in, and you can see it's not fitting. So let's delete that. Let's go back. Let's turn on our crop region. Oh, geez. Look at all that I got up there. Let's pull it down and up. That looks better. So now if I take and drag and drop, oh yeah, fits nice and perfect, and I want to have it centered on there. Make sure I have my crop region turned off, Mr. Tosh, and come back to my title block. And you're going to fill out everything into your title block in all capitalized letters. None of this should be empty, okay? So refer to your sheet on how it should be filled out. And some of you guys that turned in your floor plan left some things blank or you didn't use capitalized letters and you had points deducted for that. So that is how we complete our section view. Once we have it completed in there, we're just going to hit print. Okay, we're going to go to the A155 printer. We're going to go to selected sheets. We're going to select that A101 sheet, hit OK. No, we don't need to save that for future reference. And then the big thing you have to do when you do your setup is you have to change it to portrait right here. Okay, because if you do landscape, it's going to kind of make it incorrect. And then that would do what you need to do, and you hit OK. And that concludes this video.